Good morning, and thank you for joining me for today's webinar to demonstrate the Fill in the Gaps CSG quoting tool. This is going to be a very helpful tool as we're going into AEP especially. So whether this is your first time learning about it or just brushing up as we move into the busy season, I really appreciate you joining me. I'm going to wait just another minute or so, and then we'll get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Michelle Kapp. I am the Sales Director of the proprietary products here at Cornerstone. Those include Medicare supplement plans like Lumico and Ellipse, the new Medico plan, American Benefits Life. We have Manhattan Life Assurance Company, and also SureBridge is one of our proprietary products as well. So as we get started, we're going to be reviewing the Fill in the Gaps CSG quoting tool. This tool is going to be very helpful as you are presenting hospital indemnity plans to your MAPD clients throughout AEP. It's very important to keep that in mind to help reduce and eliminate out-of-pocket costs that might occur later for those clients. Just so you are aware, all attendees' phones are muted. You can type questions or comments in the Q&A or chat box, and I will get to those, excuse me, at the end of the webinar or as I am able to. This presentation is being recorded, and you can access this and all of our webinars on our website in the Broker-Centric Webinar Library. It is a great resource, and I recommend going out and seeing what's available. There's lots of presentations. Speaking of which, Matt Fry has a webinar coming up demonstrating all of Medicare Center at 2 o'clock this Thursday. That one is also going to be really great as we're going into AEP. I know a lot of our agents are finding Medicare Center to be a very helpful tool for quoting and enrolling with all plans in one spot. Just a reminder, with AEP, we will be getting a lot busier, just like you will, and to kind of expedite getting service, it may be faster to email your inquiries and needs to service@cornerstoneseniormarketing.com. That inbox is monitored by all service reps. That way you will be in a queue that will be sorted through much faster and sent to a service rep as they become available, instead of just reaching out to your direct service rep, which you can still do as well. Some of the tools in our toolkit, as you know, Medicare app CSG, which is the tool we'll be using today to access the Fill in the Gaps option. There is Medicare Link. We have our Learning Center. There's Medicare has the enhanced CRM, makes everything very, very useful and handy right there in one place. And you can capture SOAs and signatures via text. There will be a lot more 2022 enhancements coming as well, so keep an eye out for emails and things about that. So we're going to get right into my presentation. Once you log into Medicare Center, this is the home screen. You'll see that you can access Medicare app, Medicare Link, or the CSG app. CSG app is where we will go. This tool can be used to quote for Medicare supplement plans. I know a lot of people have used it for that in the past. So, but this time we're going to go into, moving a little slow, we're going to go into where you would actually compare and quote for Medicare Advantage plans. So this is the dashboard, and we're going to go right into Run Quote at Medicare Advantage PDP. Here, when you first get started with your quote for your client, I recommend putting your client's name in here. This is so when you are done creating the quote, it didn't hold, you have the option of saving and printing it. And then, you know, your information will be on there, your name, your contact information, and then your client's name as well. It looks nice and it's personalized, and it is just a way to stay more organized as well. So the first thing we need to do is select the MAPD that we're going to enroll me into. So as you see here, we've got the zip, and we just select Get Quote. Hopefully this doesn't take too much longer. There we go. Here you'll see that we have all of the Medicare Advantage options in my area for my demographic. All right there. You can use this to quote for your clients, of course. But to get to where we're going today to select a hospital indemnity plan, we're just going to take the first plan. It doesn't really matter which one. And once we've selected a plan, we'll go to Compare Quote in the top left corner. Here is a screen that shows all of the information about the selected MAPD plan. And up at the top is where you will find the button for Fill the Gaps. We will just confirm that the zip code is 43065, 65 female. We're going to run quote. And on the next pop-up is where we will select which hospital indemnity plan we are wanting to build. And the drop-down for the hospital indemnity plan, the first one that comes up is a Chesapeake Life Insurance Company. That is the SureBridge hospital-wise plan. This comes up first because these are organized by lowest cost first. And so we are going to go ahead and stick with that. But as you can see, there are lots of options for different carriers that have hospital indemnity. Medico is here, Bankers Fidelity, Aetna. But we're going to go ahead and stick with the SureBridge plan as it is the lowest base premium plan. We're going to add it to our comparison. And this is where it gets really convenient. You can show the screen to your clients. When you're reviewing with your clients the MAPD plan, an easy way to introduce them to the idea of a hospital indemnity plan is when you're reviewing the out-of-pocket costs, just mention to your client, you know, these are the costs that are out of pocket. We do have an option to reduce or eliminate those costs, and I would be happy to show you how later. Go through the rest of your MAPD plan and then circle back to that comment and say, okay, would you like to look at building an option that fits your budget to help reduce and eliminate those out-of-pocket costs? Then you come back over here. And when you get to this screen, on the left side is the MAPD plan that you have selected, and on the right side is the hospital indemnity plan you have selected. As you can see right here under benefit amount, the base benefit amount is $50 a day for 3 days. The gray bar at the top here, you see it's $0 for the MAPD plan, and then $3.19. That is the base premium for the hospital-wide plan. That includes the $50 a day for 3 days, and you can see the little button there that says $3.19. If you want to adjust that benefit amount, you can do so in the drop-down for whatever your clients would perhaps want to increase that to. And when you change it, say they want to do $100 a day, each day for 3 days as their base benefit amount, that changes the premium to $6.39, and that is also updated at the top of the screen in the gray bar underneath the Chesapeake Life Insurance Company title. So for my purposes, I'm just going to leave this at $50 a day for 3 days. Let's scroll down. Something that is a common occurrence, unfortunately, as we get older, is there is an increased chance that we would need to ride in an ambulance. You can see on the left side of the screen where it lists the benefits in the Advantage plan, the copay for an ambulance ride is going to be $250 in or out of network. So we're going to go over here to our hospital indemnity plan, and we are going to say we want to cover that in full. So we're going to choose $300 per occurrence. That is the benefit amount that your client will receive should they have to ride in an ambulance at any time. That is more than their copay, so they will just pocket that other $50. So that is going to increase. Underneath here, you see the green bar. It increases their premium by $4.82 a month. You go up to the top, and you can see that that has updated their total premium at the top as well. That automatically happens as they build the plan that they want. If your client does not want to cover it in full, they think, oh, well, I'd rather save a little bit of money. Maybe I won't need to ride in an ambulance, but just in case, I'll have some coverage for that. So they choose $200 per occurrence, in which case they would only cost them $50 out of pocket should they have to ride in an ambulance, and it would only increase their premium by $3.21 a month. So for me, I would go ahead and do the 300, so that's what we're going to do. And then that is good for up to 4 times per year that they can receive that benefit. So you scroll down and we'll come to emergency care. And this is how we're going to build the plan all the way down. We're going to fill in these MAPD gaps with, the coverage that your client is comfortable with and they can afford. So it's very customized to what their needs are and what their wants are. So for emergency care, they're looking at a $90 copay per visit for emergency and $40 copay per visit for urgent care. So they'll choose their benefit amount again, and we'll just say $100 because that'll cover it. So to be completely covered for $100 per occurrence, that's only going to increase their premium $1.55 a month. So when you're comparing getting on a MedSup and an MAPD, a lot of times people are wanting to go on an MAPD because they can't afford the costs of a MedSup. They think they're going to get on a zero premium plan and that's going to be great for them, but then they have these out-of-pocket costs. That is why these hospital indemnity plans are so important. And when we're done building this plan, the monthly premium for that hospital indemnity plan and that security that they'll have is going to be affordable according to what they are comfortable with. So we'll keep scrolling down. As you can see on the left side, it continues to describe the benefits on the MAPD plan. Over here, the skilled nursing facility, you can add benefits for that or not. If your client doesn't see the need, they don't have to add any benefits they don't want. So hospital outpatient, surgical, laboratory radiology, all of these things. And the benefit amount, the observation benefits are included in the base plan. And that's going to be $50 per occurrence. Outpatient surgery, inpatient mental health is included, $250 a day for 7 days out of the year. And then lump sum hospital confinement benefits. So there is no coverage for that on the MAPD. They can go ahead and choose over here what they want, should they want to add that. So that is really how it works. Depending on the MAPD plan that your client has chosen, that is how they will determine, you know, what the cost is going to be for a hospital indemnity plan, because they may need more or less coverage in their back pocket there. It's a really simple process, as you can see. Once you have this information and you've built the plan that your client wants, I would say that oftentimes these usually end up being about $30 to $40 a month on average. It could be more, it could be less, but that still is far more affordable and gives your clients the peace of mind that they are seeking. As we get older, we can't always predict what our health needs are going to be. So hospital indemnity is definitely something that we should be presenting, at least giving them the option to explore. So after you've built the plan here, you can save it to a PDF. You can print it. So let's go ahead and look at the PDF so you can see what it would look like when you want to print this out for your client. Oh, came up on the other side. Let me pull this over. So this is what it's going to look like. I'm using Kelly's login for the Medicare Center, so but this would have your name and information up here. And then it says Medicare Advantage. As you can see, it has the plan that we built with SureBridge on the right side, and on the left side, it has that Medicare Advantage plan. You can print this out so that they can take it home and review it after they've enrolled. What you'll do after you build this plan, you will take this information that they have chosen, and then you would go to the SureBridge portal and create the quote, send it to your client. They would accept it, and then they would be, then they would submit the policy application. So you don't actually enroll from here. You just build the plan here. I want to make sure that that's known as well. I'm going to look and see if we have any questions. That's really kind of it. It's a very simple process. It's not overly complicated. You just select the MAPD that your client wants, and then you fill in those gaps side by side. Very simple. It's easy for them to understand. It's easy to present. You know, I think that this is a very helpful tool, not only in presenting, but, you know, explaining these benefits as well. So there are no questions. Oh, we have some in the chat. Is there a limit to how many times you can use the hospital indemnity benefit with SureBridge, i.e. how many hospitalizations per year? Well, let's see. I don't believe that there's a limit. There's days. Hold on. We would have to look at the summary of benefits to answer that. I would need to look at the summary of benefits for what that carrier's limit would be, if that would exist. So if you want, Lainey, I can discuss that with you. We can pull up the summary of benefits and look. Like, as you said, or as I mentioned, for the ambulance ride, you can only use that benefit 4 times per year. Down here, it explains that only 7 days per year can you use the inpatient mental health. So it states right here what those limits would be. So I don't believe that there is how many hospitalizations, but we could explore the summary of benefits together. No, you cannot, for SureBridge, you cannot enroll from CSG or Medicare app. You would need to go to SureBridge's website to enroll after you had selected those options. Thank you for asking questions. I appreciate that opportunity to clarify. Does anybody else have a question? And if you do have questions later that you think of, or if you're catching this on the recording, feel free to reach out to me or your service rep or your other sales reps, anyone here at Cornerstone. We are always willing to help and to, make sure that you understand the resources available to you so that you're getting the best of it all. I don't think I see any other questions. Well, I really appreciate you guys joining me today. I didn't expect this to be a very long webinar, and I'm glad that you were able to make time to join me. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me or to anyone else here on the Cornerstone team. We are always ready to help. Thank you so much.